fried chicken told me it's good. So I'm thanking them. Gumby give the glory to God. Keep praising them. Got a couple dragons around, chasing them. Jake got them on the scene.
Yo!
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bro? He scared me there for a second. I was like, oh no, by myself.
Welcome to Kicking It with Chicken and Nate. This is episode number, I think, 117. I'm going to get it wrong one of these days.
We're getting up there, though.
Man, it's December. It's the end of the year, and there's some things we need to talk about.
Yes, there are. There are a ton of things we need to talk about. This is, so the audience knows, this is part one of a two-part episode of the end of the year, wrapping up the Scrapyard. It's going to be amazing, man. I'm excited.
Sure. We're going to cover on this episode a few different things. So here's the breakdown of how this episode is going to go. First, we're going to talk about some things coming up, some things we need to talk about, etc. Followed by, drum roll please, Fighter of the Year. Yes, we've got our 4 candidates that are being voted on or will be voted on by you as soon as I make the poll live on YouTube. We're going to talk to them. They're going to come on. They're going to plead their case. They're going to talk about why they should be Fighter of the Year. And then the poll will go live. And then we'll talk about January to June of 2025, everything that happened.
Man, so many things. So many things.
This year's been amazing. There's been some ups. There's been some downs. But the ups are way bigger than the downs. So if you want to see one of those ups, look right here. I got it up here.
It's right over there. It looks nice too. Shiny.
Shiny.
Definitely shiny. It's beautiful.
And it says the Scrapyard on it, which is a plus. Last couple months have been eventful but very positive. And I'm gonna tell everybody this right now. We've got some things in the works that are potentially, big deal things maybe. I don't like to make any promises or tell anybody ahead of time and, do anything like that. So I'm just going to keep it out there like, hey, no matter what, we're always progressing. We're always rising. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, like some things that have like accomplishments, numbers, and that sort of thing later in the episode. But first, we got to talk about December 20th. Quick disclaimer on that. And I got to apologize to at least one guy, JD Burns. Bro, I talked to months ago and I told him it was going to be the 13th, which it was supposed to be the 13th. Then we changed it up to December 20th. We did that because we wanted it to be further away from the November event and give fighters more of a chance to
recover and all that. Yep.
And we wanted them to have black eyes and bloody noses for Christmas. So we did change it to the 20th, and I had a couple fighters show up yesterday. But it's
hard. Did you get any rounds in? Were you able to get any rounds in with them?
I was asleep. I had to drop the kids off at a wrestling tournament at 5:00 in the morning. Came back home, took a little nap, woke up at about 9. Then it was wrestling meet all day long. So
those wrestling tournaments, man, they are an all day thing for sure. But I'm glad the kids are in it. I mean, really, it's great for them.
Yes, I'm so happy they are. And we're going to be trying something else out new at the event. I got these things on right here. These are the Meta Wayfarer glasses, and see, I'll take a little screenshot there. I can take video, I can take pictures. We're going to be trying those out on the referee at the event. So we're gonna get some new perspective footage for Instagram and all the other social media platforms to enjoy.
Those ref cams are amazing, man. They're right there, so close to the action, so they can pick up on things that you might miss just being on the outside of the cage. So I'm really looking forward to being that close to the action. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. So quick reminder, people, everything is done through the Facebook group. As far as being involved with setting up the events, showing up to the events, talking about matches, important updates. All of that is talked about in the Facebook group. And if you're not in the Facebook group, or if you're not paying attention, you could miss some things. Really important, because if there's a sudden change that needs to happen, people need to know about it. So, guys, just make sure, especially if you're a fighter, if you're fighting on an event coming up or plan on it, that you're in there listening to any updates, because if we do, it doesn't happen very often that we have to change things up, but it does happen. So, I like to know about it so we don't have any surprises. But
yeah, guys, I mean, if you're in that fighter group chat, I mean, it's in there too. It's a great way to stay up to date on all the information, because things are constantly happening all the time. So be tapped in for sure.
Yep. Another thing too is, guys, there's a lot of amateur fights going on all around Washington State. And as somebody that kind of looks out for the fighters, I like to keep you guys informed. Like, if you're gonna go fight on a show, now this isn't a requirement or anything, but if you're gonna go fight on a show, like, let me know. Sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't. I'd like to know. And if gyms are reaching out to you, or promotions are reaching out to you, and they're not really talking to me, I kind of like to know that stuff too. There's not very many promotions or gyms that I wouldn't say that we don't get, or I would say that we don't get along with. There's a couple, but I'm just looking out for you guys. I want you guys to have good experiences coming out of the Scrapyard into this amateur scene, and whatever I can do to help you, give you guys some information, whatever, just hit me up. If you're a gym owner and you're watching this, or a promoter, hit me up. I don't think I'm that difficult to talk to, and I'm not trying to hold the fighters back or nothing like that. I ultimately want them to succeed and move off and become pros. And I won't go over how many we've had go pro. Recently, Terrifier went pro, won his pro debut. And there's a number of fighters that have come out of the Scrapyard that are doing great as pros. So I'm proud of that. The Scrapyard's proud of that. And we want the fighters to have the best send off that we can give them. So
100%. Yeah. And the Scrapyard, it's all about community, guys, and making connections and networking and stuff like that. So if you are a gym out there, or gym owner, an event promoter, that's what we're here to do, man. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to talk to you. We're all, we all share a shared interest of martial arts and competing, and brotherhood. So, reach out. Let's talk.
Yeah, for sure. And I know for a fact, like, some of the shows that I'll mention, a couple of the shows that our fighters have fought at recently, that I'm happy to let them, or I wouldn't say happy to kind of like say, hey, this is a good promotion.
Encourage
NWC. There's one, down in, it's Vancouver, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Austin Springer, he's a promoter over there, former pro. He fought for UFC, and he also fought for Bellator. I believe he was on the Ultimate Fighter reality show that the UFC has. Being a former competitor, he throws on great shows, much like, what you do at the Scrapyard. It really helps when you have a former competitor that turns promoter, because they know what the fighters need too, and really kind of look out for that fighter safety. So we really advocate for promotions out there that are putting the fighters first, that aren't just trying to use the fighters for their, to put asses in seats. Like, no, we want to make sure when we put our word on an event, that it's a legit event, because we care about our community. We care about the fighters that come out to the yard. So if we, put our name on an event, we want to make sure that our guys are safe there. So yeah.
Make sure they're getting a fair matchup, and it's amateurs, it is what it is, but just making sure that they're treated right and everything. And I know that like we said, Austin, and then Hammerhead MMA, they've done some that I've gone out to, and they put on a good show out there. And Lights Out has fought out there, QP's fought out there, Jinja Ninja. So but yeah, I'm looking out for you guys. I want you guys to have opportunities. I want you guys to get the most out of the Scrapyard. fighters. Appreciate you a lot. So thanks for putting in all the hard work. And what else? What else, Nate?
Man.
We might be linking up with the YouTuber again that we just worked with. If you know, you know.
Mhm.
But he hit me up and he's looking for.
He's looking for some Mexican food, man. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
that's the right way to
That's
say it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna
Mhm.
go about finding the needs to his next video, but we're gonna try. And I'm loving working with these YouTubers. They're fun.
They're so creative too, man. I mean, it's awesome because we kind of have the niche and the structure of, hey, we're a fight community, we're a fight group, but we're getting in touch with, like you said, because of the internet and whatnot, of other creators that are bringing in their creativity, which only expands the scrapyard. I mean, it creates other avenues for competitors out there. Maybe they want to become influencers, maybe they want to emulate some of the things that these really successful influencers are doing. So the fact that they can meet them over here at the scrapyard, I mean, that right there, that's a huge bonus in itself, guys. I mean, where else are you going to meet some of these influencers? They're very hard to get a hold of. If you don't believe me, just try messaging them.
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm hearing from them is that what we do is unique and what we do is fun and authentic, and that's why people like it. So we're gonna keep it that way. It's gonna stay fun, it's gonna stay authentic. No fake fights out here, real fights. Speaking of real fights, again, December 20th, I got called out.
So I heard
by your student. Man, Nate,
yeah.
Control your students.
Oh man, these guys, they listen only about half the things I say, so that must be
So that
the
just
other
means
half.
you got to say twice as much.
Yeah, right. That's great
So
advice.
I got a grappling match next Saturday. It may be in the rain, it may not. We don't know. We're hoping, but I haven't been in there for grappling in quite a while. So I also haven't trained in grappling in quite a while. So this will be interesting. But it's gonna
not
be
to mention you're doing it out in the cold, man. Oh my goodness. Wear a hoodie or something.
Yep. I don't know. I'm looking forward to though. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, tune in live. Nate, you're doing a watch party. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, hey guys, we're doing a watch party come December 20th. If you have access to the pay-per-view, which you gotta get that on the YouTube channel, okay? It's only $4.99, guys. Less than a freaking energy drink, So if you have access to that and you'd like to, watch the event live with myself, Red Fox, a few other scrapyard competitors or associates that aren't able to make this month, yeah, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook. That's the Naughty Nate Smith profile, and I'll shoot you a link, and we can watch the event together, talk about the matches as they're going on, mention whatever you guys want. We can just make it like a party, but we're doing it online, kind of like those old school COVID parties.
Yeah, I like it. I like the bringing people together kind of thing, and all that. So yeah, no, this is great what you're doing, Nate. So I don't want to take too much of our guests' time because we're still waiting for one to show up. I haven't seen him. Maybe you want to. I'm going to play a video for you guys, and this video just has all of the fighters of the year in it. So it's kind of highlights from different fights throughout the year. I didn't do like a whole lot of I tried my best to just cut stuff out and throw it all together. It's not perfect, but it's got a couple tracks from the scrapyard in it. It's about 5 minutes long. Bear with me. It should be fun to watch.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Before we get to that, do you want to mention the nominees?
Yes, and you're kind of quiet now too.
Oh, is that me? Can you hear me now?
Actually, maybe it's just my computer. Okay, nominees.
Is it working now? Wait a minute.
Mr. Gilchrist can't fight. He's a bum. Look at these internet trolls, Nate.
Whoa, well,
Look
that
at
is
J-Man the
Mr.
God, who's probably never been in the scrapyard in his life, but he idolizes Mr. Gilchrist because the picture of his YouTube channel is Mr. Gilchrist.
Yeah, he must really love him. That
No,
might
he's
be
troll-
some. I was gonna say that's probably like what's that? The reverse psychology stuff right there. That might be Gilchrist trying to.
It is.
It's hilarious. Love it.
All right, so I'm going to play this video 5 minutes long, and then what we'll do is we'll bring on the guests. The nominees are Mr. Gilchrist, Old School, QP, and Lights Out. So those are the 4. The way this is going to work for the voting thing, after all of them come on, I'm going to go with a live poll on YouTube. So you go to our YouTube channel, you go to the community tab, and there's pictures of the fighters. You just pick who you want. The winner of that poll counts as 1 vote. It counts as 1 vote. There's going to be a panel of judges. So 3 judges who are non-biased that are going to go through all the information, and they're going to decide who they want to pick as fighter of the year. None of these judges have any ties with anybody. They're just people that are around the scrapyard that see every single fight. So I'll let you guys get to it, and here we go. Hold on, let me remove us first. Removed.
This is street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Here we go again. It's a trend. This is every month. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up and knuckle up. I can take you on a ride, but you might wanna buckle up. Street beef scrapyard. Next stop coming up. Preach us some, pray for them. I ain't finna play with them. Fried chicken told me it's good, so I'm thanking them. Gumby get the glory to God. Keep praising them. Got a couple dragons around, you know, chasing them. Jake got him on the scene back again, kicking it like crazy legs, dashing the African. Summertime vibes might leave him with an epic tan. I know you seen the videos and you don't wanna mess with them. Scarface made it possible for all place. Now all places fucking with Scarface is the long way. No disrespect, no, you might get checked, but win or lose, there's no regrets. This is street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. Look, that part. I was fresh, just stepped on the scene back in the dub. So when I say I'm rapping, I mean packages up. Motherfuckers acting like masters have had enough. So when I get my 15 minutes, I'm acting up. Hand me down Levi jeans, I patch them up. Cause life won't give enough chances to pass them up. I dropped out of class cause the math wasn't adding up. Now you're stuck, out of luck, just watching me stacking up. Everything I say when I'm rapping, I back it up. It's more than just lyrics, you feel me? I pack a punch. On shopping sprees, I act like a fat nigga packing lunch. It's just a pack of us who wanting to eat, that we had enough. Check my numbers, you see that they adding up. And if you can't use a dumbass nigga, just saddle up and hit the plane. Don't give me no turbulence. The only flip you get is on some 9-to-5 burger shit. This is street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Street beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part.
Welcome to the scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough. Welcome to the scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough.
Motherfuckers, put the gun down, knuckle up, show 'em what you're really about. Grinding hard, ain't nobody understand, nah. This is Scrapyard, ain't nobody stopping us. Motherfuckers, put the gun down, knuckle up, show 'em what you really about. Grinding hard, ain't nobody understand, nah. This is Scrapyard, ain't nobody stopping us. Aquí neta no jugamos, ya saben dónde andamos. En el Northwest, lugar que representamos. El que quiera guerra, pues guerra le damos. Saludo a mis hermanos, todos son guerreros. Shout out Street Beefs por haberme conectado. If you got some beef, Kyle, y aquí lo arreglamos. We don't need no guns, nah, solo con las manos. Solo con las manos. To the scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough. Welcome to the scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough. Motherfuckers, put the gun down, knuckle up, show 'em what you really about. Grinding hard, ain't nobody understand, nah. This is Scrapyard, ain't nobody stopping us. Motherfuckers, put the gun down, knuckle up, show 'em what you really about. Grinding hard, ain't nobody understand, nah. This is Scrapyard, ain't nobody stopping us. Ain't no losing focus, we bringing on the pressure. I'm the one who wrote this to put you in a stretcher. Now with all that talking, let's get to scrapping. Ain't no way I'm stopping till I'm getting knocked out. We keep on going, we don't give a fuck, nah. We some warriors, and this is Scrapyard. Say we some warriors, and we'll show you what we really about. And we'll show you what we really about. Scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough. Welcome to the scrapyard, where we put the guns down and the gloves up. Out here we throw down, we don't act hard. If you bout it, sign up, don't just act tough. Motherfuckers, put the gun down, knuckle up, show 'em what you really about. Grinding hard.
All right. Oh, I got to remove this. There we go.
Man.
And we got to go like this. All right. I realized that maybe there were more scenes from certain fighters on there than others. I apologize. I just went with highlight reels out of my videos. I literally made that video in like 15 minutes. So just know everybody that's in the running for Fighter of the Year definitely qualifies. And I'm proud to say, like, they definitely all deserve it. So whoever you decide is up to you. Now, we're going to bring them on. I think first we're going to bring on, Old School first. So
That sounds good. And we're giving them a allotted amount of time to kind of plead their case. Is that what we're doing, right?
yes. So they're getting around 5 minutes to kind of plead their case, talk about why they should be Fighter of the Year. And then we'll bring on the next one and the next one, the next one. And then as soon as they're done, we're going to hit the vote. So here we go. So welcome to Kicking It with Chicken and Nate, Old School.
Hey, Old School.
Hi guys,
Hey, how are you doing?
this is my friend Yegor. He translate he helped me for translate. Okay,
Of course.
I embarrass my bad memory. I learn English every time, every day, but I need more practice.
Mm. You're doing so good, though, Old School. I really appreciate how much effort you put in over at the gym for sure.
I'm failing, guys. I'm trying.
You're good.
I'm
You got
trying.
this. You got
I'm
this.
trying. Let's see.
There we go. That'll work. Maybe switch it to Old School being
I
the
don't
big.
know, man. Like this
I
is
don't-
for some reason this is throwing like different. No, that's definitely not right.
Do you want to bring both of us off and maybe just have Old School and Nikon on?
Wait? Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it.
That works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
works.
beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
You know how it goes, guys.
I will
Podcast
start.
and shit.
I'll start your 5 minutes now. So let's hear it. Old School. Why should you be Fighter of the Year?
Почему ты думаешь, что ты Fighter of the Year?
Во-первых, я хотел бы поблагодарить Scrapyard что меня выдвинули на эту номинацию.
In first, he wants to really appreciate everyone who nominated him for this position, fighter of the year, and
Для меня это неожиданно и очень приятно. I am very happy. Thank you so much.
Maybe
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about 2025. What your thoughts on 2025 were like, your fights, the yard, anything you want to say?
25-й год. Что ты о нем можешь сказать? Какие инсайты из этого года?
I think, я думаю, что это был хороший год. Хороший год в плане производительности. Я видел, что на Street Beef Scrapyard приезжало много бойцов, и мне было, когда я видел много людей, мне было от этого приятно, что много людей интересуются этим.
He said, and overall, 2025, it was very productive year. So many fighters came up, and YouTubers and all people just very impressed, and he's pretty glad to be part of it.
That's wonderful.
Maybe tell us a little bit about coaching at Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu.
Скажи немножко о твоей тренерской деятельности Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu.
Я занимаюсь боксом. Сначала скажи, я занимался, ты если можешь сказать, я занимался борьбой и карате. С детства.
In first, he was involved in wrestling and karate from childhood, and probably swimming, right? И плавание тоже, да?
Ну, это так, да. В основном по делу не касается. В бокс я пришел в 30 лет.
So he started boxing in 30 years old. So
That's awesome.
И я не хвастаюсь, но я тренировался у очень хороших тренеров в своем городе и в своей области. Ну, типа того, ты понял.
He's got in that gym where is pretty experienced coaches and all those people, just very good trainers. And today, я могу сказать про Мусаева, что он тренера его воспитывали.
Да.
So from that gym, there is one world champion of, I think it's IPA world champion, Vadim Musaev. So the same coaches who trained him, old school was there, and he really got the old school Soviet system. That training is interesting, and he's like promoting it.
Дмитрий Пирог, чемпион 2009 года, тренировался там же.
The other guy, Dmitry Pirog, the world champion, WBO, I think so, it's 2009. He was also at the same gym. So his background around champions and good trainers. So следующее.
И я это говорю все к тому, что у меня большой опыт. Я видел, как тренируют тренеры и готовят чемпионов. И я хотел бы этот опыт передать здесь ребятам, которые любят бокс.
He said he was dedicated to the training back in the years, and he seen that world champion training experience, and he wants to bring it up to Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu, to the Scrapyard, and do the best in this community and deliver his skills at the best way.
Okay.
Wonderful.
What is your best memory of from the Scrapyard this year? Maybe favorite opponent, best memory, best moment. Yeah.
Расскажи про такой знаменательный случай из этого года. Кто был, может, самым интересным оппонентом?
Я был очень вдохновлен боем с Каноби.
Knabe.
Каноби, yeah.
He said he was very excited fight with Nabi, and that was. Ты имеешь в виду его?
Большого бойцовского духа и желание заниматься этим. И его большого именно бойцовский дух.
He said he was pretty impressed with Nabi's fighter's soul.
Yeah.
Soul is very tough, and he said it was inspiring him.
И я очень уважаю этого бойца.
He gives him a big, huge respect to him.
I'm really respect this fighter. I'm really respect Kanobi. Kanobi give my respect, and my experience fighter with him. Я считаю, очень считаю гордостью.
He's proud of it to share the cage with these guys and not be one of the toughest opponents, and he's doing really well.
Ну и все остальные бойцы были тоже интересными.
All other guys was also pretty good, and he's glad to be in the Scrapyard.
I love it, man.
I do too. All right. Final. Anything last that he wants to put out there before we bring on our next guest?
Что, может, последнее ты хочешь сказать?
Я хотел бы, чтобы меня поняли, я говорил об этом, но хотел бы добавить, и чтобы меня поняли. Я перестал гоняться за нокаутом. Я хочу показать просто бокс, и чтобы ребята не расстраивались, получив нокаут, а возвращались обратно и боксировали, и повышали свой уровень.
So he said he stopped chasing the knockouts in the cage because he wants to give young fighters that experience, and he don't want to scare anybody. He wants to bring them again and again, so they don't give up after the knockouts, and they can grow up like fighters. And he wants to show like classy boxing and deliver that experience.
I love it. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. I'm proud that Old School you're in Fighter of the Year this year, that you're in the running for Fighter of the Year, and good luck on the vote.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Igor, for helping out with the translations. Again, not to advocate for anybody specifically, guys. I will say Old School, he does coach over at my gym now. We're happy to have him there. If you guys like to stop in and get some training in with Old School, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 to 9 p.m., he hosts a all ages boxing class. It's grown from just a couple kids now to now we have close to a dozen kids in there. He does a fantastic job. He's always trying to help and give back to the community. And we see that over at the Scrapyard, like he was saying, it's great to have these experienced type of fighters come through and really look out for some of the younger guys wanting to, come through the rankings and make a lifestyle out of this. So he's a great example of that.
Right.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
Fa- Я
Thank you.
понял. I understand you. I got you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nathan.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much. And you know, I like scrapyard. I like boxing. I like America. Thank you, guys. I like you.
We
I
like you
love it.
too.
Heck yeah, let's
Thank you
go.
guys. I will see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
All
Thank
right.
Man.
Fighter
Love
of potential fighter of the year right there. Old school.
Mhm.
Great to hear from him. Great to have Igor on too. And next we're going to bring up he's been sitting backstage tentatively. I see you. Welcome to the show. Where'd he go? Oh, there he goes.
Come on, buddy.
Right,
Come
there he is. Okay,
There
I
he
figured
is.
it out. Lights out.
There he is. What's up, brother?
How you guys doing?
Good.
We're
How are
doing
you?
great.
Doing all right. Doing all right. Not doing bad.
All right, man. You get about 5 minutes to plead your case on why you think people should vote for you for Fighter of the Year. So go
You
ahead,
guys have
man.
any questions? You guys have any questions to start it off?
I mean, yeah, I could say like, when did you start with the scrapyard?
I first started at the scrapyard at 22.
22. Okay, so you've been out here for a while. How many fights have you had?
I've had 67.
You
67.
had 67. What's your record?
My record is 60-7. I haven't lost in almost 2 years.
So that is something that, and I'm not advocating for anybody, obviously, I'm just putting out facts, but you have not lost this year. Not that losing, should be a reason to not vote for somebody, because that it happens and it's part of growing. What have you done outside the scrapyard this year?
I fought for a couple of other promotions. I fought for Shark Tank, and that was a good experience. I actually fought for a title match in their thing, and
Kickboxing,
I lost.
right?
It was kickboxing. I lost. It was out of my element, but I went every single round, so I'm proud of how far I went. You know what I mean? It could have went worse. You know what I mean? And me being a boxer, not having any kickboxing background, I did pretty good, going all the rounds, you know what I'm saying, with someone who has kickboxing experience, who's been doing it for a while. So,
Yep, I was there for that event. A couple of the fighters of the year potentials fought. QP fought on that card too. So, let's see. Yeah, you fought every type of match in the scrapyard, right?
Yeah, I've done MMA, kickboxing. The only one I think I haven't done is Muay Thai.
Okay, which is kind of the same as kickboxing.
Yeah.
All right. You fought a lot this year. Do you know how many times you fought this year?
Maybe like 15, I think.
Jeez.
10, 15. Maybe. Something like that.
Maybe. So I did go through and I found out like every single month that you guys have fought. And let's see here.
I don't even remember. I've fought a lot.
Well, that many fights, bro, you're gonna have a tough time with memory and stuff. I have the same problem, bro.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, how many fights did I have before this year started? You know what I mean?
You fought January, February. You fought March. You fought April. You didn't fight. No, you did. Oh no, you didn't fight May. You fought June. You fought July, August. So you fought, and some of those were like multiple times. I mean, I know there were a couple times you fought like 2 matches in one day. So I mean, you definitely had a lot of fights this year, for sure. But why do you think that? Do you think that the fans, because they were a little critical about, with your boxing and stuff in the beginning, but I've honestly noticed like in the comments that a lot of fans have turned around and they're like supportive of you now.
I just honestly it was about trying to change my mentality, you know what I mean, going into it, I knew that my mentality before was a little bit kind of sour, and I could even attest to that. So it's just about kind of trying to change yourself, you know what I mean, and knowing that shout out to everybody, Sandra, shout out. But I just like knowing that, you know, that I can change my own destiny, you know what I mean, and following God, you know what I mean, and following what He has in my and set for me, and really it's just trying to connect and be more spiritual, really,
Hmm.
within myself, and trying to connect with not just myself in fighting, but myself in everything that I do. Um, and you know, this year has been kind of hard on me, you know what I mean. But I'm trying to fight through it, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, you know, we all go through shit, but it's how you come out of it, you know what I mean. And at the same time, I used to fight, you know, how I fought, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, you know. And I'm looking out to finish strong, you know what I mean. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I know that I feel like I think I fought the most in a day. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like I fought 3, 4 times a day once, you know what I mean? And I take fights even when, you know, they're not my size, because
Hmm.
size, I try to prove to people that size doesn't matter, you know what I mean? If you know what you're doing and you know how to be technical and you know how to stay grounded and you know how to fight your fight, you can win no matter if they're big, small, you know what I mean? So but most of it is just trying to change my mentality, you know what I mean, and change how I came at it realistically.
Love it.
I
I got a
love it.
question for you, Lights Out. So you've always been active as a competitor, man. From day one, you've been active. What's different about this year compared to the other years?
It's just I did, you know, it's crazy because I've had the 135 title for a very long time, but I've always had that mindset like I'm not losing it to anybody, and I don't care who you are. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I had the same mindset when I went against Mr. Gilchrist, saying that we tied, but I still went in there like I'm not to me I'm not losing this title, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
We're gonna have to fight a long hard battle for this title, like for it to come out of my grasp, like. And that's how I've picked, even if it's not a title fight, that's how I've always put myself, like I'm going to beat you no matter who you are. I'm going to beat you my way. I'm not going to beat you your way. I'm going to fight my way, and I'm going to fight the way that I want to.
Mm, that's it right there, man. That's
What
great.
what would you say was your toughest opponent this year?
Mm, I don't really know. I mean,
I'm putting that up
That's
on the
good. I
screen
saw that.
because I mean, one of the other candidates for Fighter of the Year got a draw with you, which is
Hmm.
tough. I mean, to
Hey, that was a solid fight
it was a
too.
good fight. Yeah.
and I told him, last event, the last one I was there, I said, bro, we could fight today, bro. And then he's like, no, you can have the draw. I said, I don't want the draw, bro. We cannot end on a draw, bro. We got to end on a win, bro. You know what I mean? One of us has to win. It's either me or you. And he didn't want to do it. He was
Well,
ducking me,
I
but
understand
it's all
not
right.
wanting to do. I understand
It's
not
all
wanting to
right.
do
You
a
know what I mean?
rematch right away, but I think that the fans saw the fight and they're like, "That was a good fight," you know.
It
So
was.
yeah,
What?
that's kind of what I was going for there. Is just the
But
fact that it was a good fight and he was a tough opponent. You know.
but I'm not gonna
Extremely
lie.
good fight.
I've had tougher. Like if you would ask me my toughest fight ever, I would have to say Taj from Friday Night Fade. Like he was
Yes, but
probably
that was
one of
not this
the
year.
toughest that I've
Hmm.
ever fought there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that wasn't this year though.
that wasn't this year, but if you would have asked me any fight ever, that would be my answer. But this year, like I fought a lot of people they're all good fighters, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's hard to really name which one is the hardest this year, because I've went against so many people who are good at what they do. You know what I
Are
mean?
there
So it's
are there any that kind of stand out to you? You know, not so much like difficulty wise, or maybe just like you remember more than other ones for this year.
I feel like me against Mr. Gilchrist, because after I fell, but I slipped. But after that, I got that 8 count. I kind of got pissed off, and I was kind of like, all right, well, I put the way I did it. I showboated. I put myself in that position. You know what I mean? Like I probably shouldn't have did all that. And that's again where I say that the mentality and changing the way that you come at it, that's one of the things that I wish I could have took back, but I can't take back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you're playing football and that quarterback throws that pass, you wish he had it. He had that pass back, but you can't have it back. You know what I mean? It's one of those moments. You know what I mean? I wish I could undo what I did, but I did it. It was a draw and it was a battle. But did I lose? Hell no. Did I keep the title? Hell yeah.
Overall, good
Well,
experience.
Good,
You know,
good experience. Good experience for the fans. And
Mhm.
maybe it's something that we can look forward to in 2026 is a rematch, but it's not something that I want to just decide, at the event, like, oh yeah, let's do it. This is something that I kind of want because you're both champions. I want to do it like a month or two in advance where we know and we can build it up and you guys can train for each other.
That'd
Not
be
just
awesome.
not just like, I get why it didn't happen at the event because that's fine. That's a big name fight. And to just make it like all of a sudden like that, I understand. So,
Real quick, lights out. Is there any truth to the rumors that you may be going pro in the upcoming year?
Yeah. I've done a lot in the scrapyard. You know what I mean? And I've dedicated a lot of time and everything and a lot of training for scrapyard, but now it's time to dedicate it to something else and put my mind to something else. You know what I mean?
So we may
for,
not see you as active next year as we saw you this year. This may be potentially one of the last years you get a nomination for Fighter of the Year. You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting at the scrapyard a lot less. I'm probably not gonna fight as much as I used to.
well, I think that there's ways to get around, like if you did
100%.
want to keep fighting, there are ways that you can get around it. Exhibition matches, grappling matches, whatever,
100%.
We still want you part of the community 100%. So, but we also want you to succeed and be the best lights out you can be. So,
All right,
Well,
lights out. Last question,
Yeah.
Fire Chicken. What do you got?
I just want to ask, this is your time. So give your final thoughts, your final plea, why you should be fighter of the year, and we'll go from there.
The reason why I feel like I should be fighter of the year is because I've had so many fights, and I don't think that the amount of fights that, and I've seen a lot of people say that it's not as about quality. You know what I mean? It's about quantity, but I try to put as much as I can into what I do. You know what I mean? And it's for me, I fight with as much quality as I can. You know what I mean? And the thing that I feel like why I should be fighter of the year is because I've fought throughout my whole time. I fought people big, small, way bigger than me that people thought that I was never going to win against. You know what I mean? And then I stepped in there and I proved everybody wrong. So it's really about that's mostly why I feel like I should. You know what I mean? I've had almost 70 fights just in the yard. You know what I mean? I've had fights outside of the yard, so that's not even counting outside. And even when I'm at the scrapyard, I always help out. You know what I mean? And I'm always cornering everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm always down to help out. If you don't have a corner, I'm there for you. I'm helping. You know what I mean? And I'm always dedicated to making sure that whoever I'm in the corner of, they get that win. As much as even if they get that loss, I'm still there to support them and tell them that they did great. You know what I'm saying? And no matter if you win or lose, you still learn something from that. You know what I mean? You still learn what not to do next time. You know what I'm saying? And what you did last time that messed you up, what you don't want to do that next time. So, but mostly, like I said, all of the fights that I've had and how I have seen myself improve in the fights, you know what I mean? And how I've seen myself come up from how I used to fight when I first fought. Because what I first remember, my first box match was Dexter's. I didn't fight as good as I do now. You know what I'm saying? So all the time, yeah, I have improved. And even though you guys don't see it, a lot of people don't see it, I see it, and a lot of people around me that have seen me grow, in the scrapyard, have been in the scrapyard since I've been in there, have seen me grow. You know what I mean? So that's all I got to say.
Wonderful.
Well, I think you did a great job. So I think we covered pretty much everything that is a pretty good case for you to be fighter of the year. Definitely deserving of it. And I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. Like,
Appreciate you.
Heck
Appreciate you.
yeah, thanks. Lights out.
we gonna see you at the yard here on the 20th.
Nah, I'm not coming this month. I've been doing a lot of I've been trying to go live on YouTube and stuff and build my own little YouTube family over there. Just building about positivity. Trying to, spread positivity and spread love. You know what I mean? And just make a family over there on my channel. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, bro.
Hang
Let's do
out.
that watch party.
I would say. Most definitely, we could do that. Most definitely. And if
There
you
we
guys
go.
want to follow my YouTube channel, my YouTube journey, that is lights out _ CJ 254. That is again, that's lights out _ CJ 254. And yeah, we just started. You know what I mean? We already have 87 subscribers. We're on a road to 90. Soon it'll be 100. And Steve, soon I'll see you at the top.
That's
Go
it.
give him a subscription, guys. Go subscribe. All right. Support all the Scrapyard fighters. All right, man. Thanks for coming on. And
thank you.
I will see you soon. If I don't see you before Christmas, have a great and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, you guys.
Merry Christmas, bro. See you, bro. Yes, indeed, man. Again, not to advocate for any particular fighter, guys, but Lights Out is definitely a solid representation of what the Scrapyard's all about. I mean, the man does not back down from confrontation. He's had almost 70 matches in the yard. I think that's the record, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It is. It's still the record. Yeah. He's on the Wall of Fame for most fights ever. So, yeah,
solid nominee, man. Solid nominee and a solid choice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Lights Out and seeing what his progression looks like moving forward. The thing about the Scrapyard, guys, we always love to encourage our competitors to, use the Scrapyard for what it's intended for, to help build you up. But also go out there and pursue your dreams. We're here to help support that. And, Lights Out's going to be another one of those one of many competitors that come out of the yard that end up going pro. And again, that just shows you what kind of, skill level that we are having at the Scrapyard. Guys are coming here and then turning around and going pro and actually having a lot of success at that pro level. So big shout out to Lights Out. Yeah, man, we're in your corner. So
yes, sir.
Right along.
All right. Now, I have a video from our next candidate for Fighter of the Year, but our fourth I haven't heard back from. I've been trying to message him.
Are you talking about QP by chance?
Yes, I haven't heard from QP.
Okay, so I have the message from QP. I just have a small paragraph that I can read. I'll do my best at reading anyway.
Okay, well, you know what we'll do? What we'll do is we'll play Mr. Gilchrist video right now, and then we'll talk about QP.
Perfect.
Just like he was here, but he's not. So, all right, I'm gonna bring this one on. This is narrated by Mr. Gilchrist, and it's some video, and let's hear it.
Well, here it is. Sorry, I wanted to be on the podcast, but my camera is broken, my mic's messed up, there's a lot going on. But I am going to submit this video so you guys do get something to talk about. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Mr. Gilchrist. I'm 19 years old. I started fighting at the Scrapyard in about, I would say, a year ago. November 23rd was the day I had my first fight. First fight I won in the second round by TKO. Then I went on to fight 9 times all in that year. I won 7 of those matches, got 4 KOs, I lost 2, but I never got finished. And it was always, a lot of people told me that I won those matches. Sometimes I believe I lost, sometimes I believe I won, but it's whatever. You can't change the past. But it's whatever. But just turned 19 last month. So it's like, If you think like what I like about the scrapyard is, you just go out there, you just fight. You don't got to be trained, you don't got to be none. Because like I got no training. It may look like I got training, but I also don't. I just got good stamina. I can take a good punch. I don't think I hit that hard, but I can give a good punch sometimes. You just got to catch you right. But yeah. A little fun fact about me is in every fight that I've ever won, I either TKO'd them, I KO'd them, or I knocked them down at least one time in every single fight that I ever won. My first fight, got a KO. My second fight, I lost by 1 point, but I knocked him down too. My third fight, I got a second KO. My fourth fight, I won by unanimous decision. I won all 3 rounds. I knocked him down twice. Actually, I knocked him down 3 times. Then my fourth fight was a title fight against Lights Out. People told me that I won. A lot of the comments said that they had it given to him, but I didn't care. But that was a draw, but I knocked him down in the 3rd round. But it wasn't like a knockdown like my other ones, though. My 5th fight was a returning fight where I got a KO again. And then my 6th fight, when I was 5-1, was the 145 title fight. I went in that fight way too nervous. Just wanted to brawl. I didn't want to actually fight it through my plan out the window. I went down twice in the 1st round, but then came back, got up, actually started boxing. Then I won the other 2 rounds, knocked him down, and became the champ. Then I had 2 fights after where I KO'd another guy, so that would make me 7-1. And then I fought Old School because there was nobody else to fight that day. And Old School was, I think, he was a lot heavier than I was, a lot more experienced. He was stronger than me. I didn't have really anything going except for, I would say, speed. That was about it. But I was winning that fight until late into the 2nd round. I took 2 nasty liver shots. I thought about taking a knee, but I didn't. I was like, I can't give him 2 free points. So I just hustled through it. I thought I won that round, but the way I was like moving slow, I could see why they gave it to him. And then I ended that round strong. And then the 3rd round, it was close, but he had it. He had because I was on the outside more. I wasn't really attacking. But he did. He landed around 4 shots on my chin. Then I came back, landed a few, round ended. So lost that match by split decision. And I wasn't gonna fight again this year, but I can't end the year on a 1 point loss. So I have to come back. Hopefully I can get multiple fights in. There's a lot of 145 competition now. A few of them told me they're gonna try to fight me pretty soon here. So, but yeah, my name is Mr. Gilchrist again. Hopefully I can come back and show everybody that I don't just brawl. But that's all I got from me. Oh, and I'm getting voted for Fight of the Year. What I think about that is, I think it's a good opportunity for me. I feel like I do deserve it. For 9 times 1 year, 7 wins. There's only one other guy I feel who deserves it more than me, or as much as I do, which is QP. He has also fought, I believe 8 times, and he's 7-1. So there's a good argument there. I don't know how many KOs he has, but he's fought really good people, But I feel like we're the only 2 guys who really went in here this year and showed everybody, and we're the only ones that really deserve it, in my opinion. I don't want to discredit any of the other guys, but I feel like we're at the top so far. But that's all I got to say, Hope you guys have a great night.
All right. Mr. Gilchrist, a solid candidate for Fighter of the Year.
I would say so.
Right about everything he said there. Youngest champion ever at the Scrapyard, I believe. And he comes out here and fights reminiscent of Lights Out. He's like out here every single month. He fight just about anybody. Not afraid to get in there with people, as we saw with Old School. And yeah.
One of the things I really like about him too is that he's one of those competitors that are scrapyard born, as Dad said it. Prior to coming and competing at the scrapyard, he didn't have a whole lot of training or experience, so he's been learning in the fire, guys. And you got to give it up to guys like that have that kind of characteristic, that are like, hey, I want to go and set their mind to do something, go out there and do it. And his progression from the beginning of the year to where he's at now, it's phenomenal, man. I mean, the kid's putting in a ton of work on his off time, and he's showing up every month, and he's improving. He's just improving consistently. I think he makes a wonderful nominee. And yeah, he'd be a great fighter of the year if the fans choose that, or the board chooses that.
Yes, sir. Now, our last candidate is he can't make it on the podcast. And guys, look, we didn't let these guys know until like hours ago.
I was like, today.
Yeah,
My bad.
like,
That's on me. My bad, guys.
This is on me too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's on us. Whatever. So QP couldn't make it on the show. So let's talk about QP.
Yeah. Prior to us getting into all that, would you like me to read what he sent?
Yes.
In regards. Okay. So I'm gonna do my best, guys. I get hit in the head a lot, so excuse my reading. QP says I'm stuck at I suck at making videos. I'm at work until 8. He goes, he may try and post something later in the week. But if he was to say anything, but if I was going to say anything, I would just say that I've been very blessed to be a part of the Scrapyard, and thank everyone who showed love. I will hold on to the memories for the rest of my life, and that I have tried to use the Scrapyard for all the benefits that it has, which are so many. But since the beginning, I have met and got to work with some of the great people that have improved my fighting skills dramatically. If you look at where I started and you look at where I ended, it's night and day. I'm a completely different fighter. I've stepped into the ring this year 9 times. I'm 8-1, 7-1 in the Scrapyard. I've been in the cage with fighters like Tidon, former 155 champ, fighters like Baylor BBC, the current 170 champ. I've had 2 wars with Dad, the 2024 fighter of the year, but every fighter has taught me a lesson, and I worked hard to improve. Whether I win or lose, I feel like anyone who gets to partake in the Scrapyard has already won something. And that's the message I got from QP in regards to the question we asked as to why he thinks he should be fighter of the year. I would just like to add on there that QP is another one of these contenders. It started at the beginning of the year that has shown dramatic improvement. He didn't have a ton of experience. I think he was like training with friends and stuff like that prior to coming to the yard. But the Scrapyard provides, guys, and what he's talking about is that community aspect. I mean, he was able to find training partners by coming to the Scrapyard. He made it a bonding experience with him and RIP his father, Jeremy Pound, who just recently passed away. Big shout out to him. He's going to be really missed. And Derek is QP has been a great example again of what the Scrapyard represents. He's a tough, gritty guy. He doesn't back down, and he always shows a lot of heart, man.
Yes, sir. I've personally worked with QP quite a few times in the Scrapyard. He's come out. We've got some rounds in. I teach him what I know. He's very open to learn. He's very humble. So it's been great to watch him grow through this year. And I was really, really sad to hear about, his father passing. He was a part of the Scrapyard as well. He came out and helped out at every single event.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been really awesome to see QP grow. I would say that the Scrapyard's probably changed his life, quite a bit for the better too. But solid candidate for fighter of the year, guys.
Yeah, definitely. And he's mentioned that on previous interviews that I've been a part of with him, is that he does attribute the Scrapyard to a lot of positive changes in his life. Much like a lot of the competitors, some of us have like some rocky backgrounds, and a lot of these guys are looking for a outlet and a community that accepts them for who they are. And that's what the Scrapyard does is we judge people off of their character and their work ethic, and if they're, you know, a solid individual or not. And
Yes,
QP,
sir.
like I said, he's proven to be that. You know, he was raised right. So
Yep.
again, RIP Jeremy. You know, my heart goes out to QP and the family. I hope you guys are you know, doing well, and I, you know, wish you guys a Merry Christmas, even under the circumstances.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Nate. That was great.
Oof.
Okay, guys. Right now we got to get to our next portion of this podcast because we're already an hour in. So right now, go to our YouTube channel, go to the community tab, cast your vote for Fighter of the Year. I am posting. Boom, just happened. All right.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. So, now we're going to talk about 2025. We're going to talk about the first 6 months of 2025.
Let's get into it.
So first, I want to talk about a little bit about like the numbers, the accomplishments. You know, some of the stuff people really dig, some of it, some people don't. But it's kind of important to say where we've progressed in the last year. So on TikTok, after getting 3 TikTok accounts banned, we've taken the Scrapyard TikTok from 0 to 127,000 followers. I haven't really been posting as much on TikTok as I used to, but we're still doing that a little bit and we're still trying to grow it. But yeah, go follow us on there. Next up, Instagram. This is the hub to where we get to associate and speak with a lot of these influencers, and it's really where we communicate a lot. So we've gone from 1.2 to almost 1.8 million on Instagram as of now today. Now the next one is the one that I'm watching the most, and maybe people are like, oh, whatever, you know, that platform I don't really care about. But Facebook, okay, we had 148,000 followers on our Facebook page. That got hacked. It's still out there. It says Street Beef Scrapyard on it, but that's like, I can't control it. It doesn't post. It's just a dead account. So we started over. I had a backup. It had 2.2 thousand. We took that from 2.2 thousand to 323,000, but it's absolutely blowing up right now. I'm talking like multiple thousands a day in followers. And I mean, today I'm just, every time I go into it, it's like, oh, there's another 1,000, there's another 1,000, there's another 1,000. And I think currently we're at 50 million views for the last 28 days. So
wow.
Facebook, go figure. Now, the one that everybody probably pays attention to the most, because they give you a shiny gold play button when you hit 1 million, which we did this year. And we went from, I don't have an exact number, I couldn't find it, but somewhere in the 800,000s to 1.02 million. And
wow.
I'm going to say this. Most of it came from when we changed our name. I don't know what happened there, but for some reason in August, September, somewhere in there, once we changed our name, it really started to pick up, and we're seeing a lot more traction on YouTube now. So, I mean, that's a great send off to the end of 2025 as far as numbers go, is to get that play button, and it's really neat to me, because when I started planning this whole thing back in 2019, 2018, my top goal was 1 million, and I didn't put a goal after that because I didn't think we would ever really get there. And here we are, 2025, we're at 1 million. I mean, didn't think it would ever happen, like realistically ever happen, but it did happen. I mean, it, like I said, it, oh shit, hold on. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, something fell on my keyboard. just for reference, like right there, this is my book that I wrote all my goals, all my ideas, the whole plan into this, and those are views. Okay. Subscriber goals right there. 1 million. Nothing past that, because it's like that's the spot that most people never get to. And I mean, it's I just can't explain how thankful I am to everybody for supporting us and, you know, sticking. One thing I really want to say is I really appreciate all the people that stuck with us when we were going through something this year. We went through something. We'll talk more about that on the next podcast.
Mhm.
We went through something that was it was emotional. It was hard. It was so much involved. But there were people that were supportive, but then there were also people that stepped in and were kind of, you know, thought like it was a good opportunity for them to, you know, make an attack. And those people I've just like made mental notes of, and it's like, we don't really need you around, you know, because like we're all about uplifting out here, not putting down. And that's just the community. The Scrapyard community is good. Everybody that's been out here has had a great time with it. Yeah, you know, some people part ways with us eventually over stupid stuff, but there's always a justified reason why it happens.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
for sure.
anyway,
Yeah, and you know, I appreciate how hard you work at keeping the toxicity out of the group, because it's really easy, guys. We all know that it takes just a drop of poison in a pond to make all that water, you know, taste like crap. So
right. Yes.
by being able to weed these individuals out that are here for nefarious reasons, or individuals that aren't, you know, trying to uplift and represent what the Scrapyard is doing, then yeah, this just isn't the community for you, you know.
Yeah.
And we're a lot of times when you send these people off, it's just that's just what it is. Just like, hey man, we just don't want you back anymore. And
Yeah.
you know, people can act like children sometimes, and they take that stuff kind of offensive, and they take it personal, and they get all in their feelings. And you know, the internet tends to make guys really tough, so they want to get online and talk this, talk that. But know this, it doesn't affect us like that, guys.
Nope.
Like it does not. We keep pushing forward because we have such a positive message. That your little, you know, sticks and stones, bro, it doesn't do anything, you know.
Yes.
And that's just what I have to really say about the toxicity and the individuals that you know, chose to leave the group. It just is what it is, guys, you know.
Yep. No, that's 100%. Like, I'm all about, you know, supporting each other and being positive. So if people don't fit that criteria, this ain't the right place for you. There, I know another group where, you know, it might work out better for you. But as far as the way we go, I've been a big advocate of making sure people follow, you know, the guidelines of the Scrapyard and are respectful to each other, and it shows, you know. And we squash anything really quick that goes against that, because, you know, it can poison the whole pond. And I know that the pond appreciates it. Maybe those couple fish don't, but you know, the rest of the fish do. And that's why we have almost 70,000 people in our group, and it's generally positive. It's 98% positive. So let's talk about it. Okay. So yeah, January was the kickoff to 2025. So that month we had the Solo versus Pappas 3 conclusion.
Trilogy.
The trilogy. Yeah. Only, I think, the second trilogy ever in the Scrapyard. We had Maliko Goon versus King Kai.
King Kai, yeah.
That was the trilogy, the first trilogy.
Great
Solo
wars
versus
in that.
Pappas. And now Solo versus Pappas is Solo with Pappas, because they've been teaming up. But we'll talk more about that later. Actually, 2024 they teamed up against me. So you know, they've been doing it before then too.
I think they made it official this year. I think
they
that's
made
what
it official.
Yeah.
That month, QP and Lights Out both fought in January. Was there anything else in January or?
We had Canadian Idiot versus Baylor BBC. That was an excellent match that happened. We also had King Kai do an MMA match. He kicked off the year. Excellent MMA match. I know we haven't seen a whole lot from King Kai this year. He recently had a baby, so he's been taking some time off and doing the father thing and stuff like that. But that's definitely a notable match of his that was a great one. You had Lights. I think Lights Out fought twice in that event because I have him on here also competing against Nad G, which was a pretty explosive match that happened in January.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he fought twice, but he fought Najee. Yeah. Yep. January was a good month. Always setting the tone for the rest of the year. February, we had our Fox 13 news story premiered.
Michael Driver.
This is big, guys. We had the story premiere. It was crazy. Michael Driver came out. He shot a great positive story on us, and I do want to say, recently I've noticed I've been getting a lot of texts from people with pictures of it on their TV because they're playing it again, and that means a lot to me because it helps put awareness more out there and keeps people like that aren't so much on social media and online. It's more like on that Pacific Northwest news and everything. So it's great that people are seeing that and it's getting back to us again, and it's bringing in new followers and new fans. So we had that was the month that we started our pay-per-views. So we started the pay-per-views. We were working with Millions for a bit. It forced us to upgrade different things that we have going on at the Scrapyard. So ever since then, we've had better pay-per-views. That month, Gilchrist, Lights Out, and QP all fought. I have a notable match as Nubby versus Marauder.
I had that one too. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic match. Great display of kickboxing. I believe that was a 145 title fight. Yeah, great match to check out. I also have on here we have a Blue. I didn't know who his opponent was. Blue had a match where he caught a big KO in that match, knocked out his opponent, and it went ultra viral. It was one of the first big viral moments, I believe, of Blue. Who's as a fans know, he's one of
that was Penguin Flop Fun, I think.
Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, he caught him clean. One. My gosh.
Twice on the way down. Yeah.
So that was a really nice highlight that happened in February. Yeah.
Moving on to March, we built the commentary booth. So we stepped up our pay-per-view game a little bit more. QP, Lights Out, Old School all fought that month. Old School fought, notable match was Old School versus It's T. We had a appearance by the White Ranger, Power Ranger. He showed up out here. Punisher from Canada came down and fought Dexus. I believe that was with the Dad versus QP.
Yep, that was the first match. I believe. Yep.
And I fought you with the Big Glove Boxing.
Yeah, I still got the bump on my head from that one. That was a great match, solid match, guys. You guys got to check that one out. It went, I think we did a 5-rounder. We were both bloody and sweaty at the end of it, so be sure to check that one out for sure.
Yeah, it's been age restricted on the internet. It's like they want us to censor it and all this stuff. It's violent.
It's super violent. Check that one. That's a great one.
Next up, we had April. I got Lights Out, Old School, and QP fought that month. Zach Ray, the YouTuber, came out that month.
Yep.
So he came out, refereed, made a video. That kind of started our relationship with him. Darren came out and started photography that month, I believe.
Mm-hmm. He did. We also had notable matches. We had a QP versus Sargent, which was an awesome match. That's when QP really started to develop. He mentioned after his match with Dad that he really started hitting that training more and more serious, and we really saw it in that match versus Sargent. We also had Nubby versus Chef. They did a kickboxing match. I believe that was just an exhibition match, though. It was because they were wearing shin guards. That's a pretty good match that went ultra viral. We also had Ginger Ninja versus Menace. That was a kickboxing heavyweight match. That was a really good kickboxing heavyweight match. And we had the return of the champion. At least that's what I have right here. The return of the champion, Golden Hands versus Rim Reaper.
Rim Reaper.
Rim Reaper.
Yeah, he's here to beat Cheeks.
Yeah. That was a fantastic match as well. A great showing of heart from the Rim Reaper. It was nice to have Golden Hands back. You know, he was the first champion over at the Scrapyard. So for him making his return, damn near 4 years later, something like that, 3 years later.
2 or 3. Yeah, he had one or two like after we got the new cage. So,
so it was great to see him back as well.
Actually, no, he had more than that. He fought Gaio twice. He fought Pinche Jr. So he had a few, but yeah, it was great to have him back.
Yeah, and that's kind of the notable matches I had for April. Again, another shout out to Darren for starting the photography. We really appreciate all your help out there.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, another thing the Scrapyard provides, right? It's just opportunity for individuals to really get out there and show their craft to a huge platform. So,
we've got a media team now. We got Logan, Chandra, Darren. We got the unemployed rapper. We got Juggalo J. We got a lot of people that are coming out here and contributing to this. You know, keeping the media side of and the behind the scenes and the interviews, all that stuff going. So appreciate each and every one of you. Next up is May, but we'll go early May. We made a trip out to Virginia.
You did. That was a huge trip too, man. I mean, you took how many of the fighters ended up going to? I think there was like 7 fighters, right? 7 competitors with you guys, roughly, somewhere around there.
More than that, actually.
Maybe.
I think more than that. You know,
I didn't count.
I didn't write down how many, but we had at least 7 fights.
Yeah.
I think we won 2 of the 7. I know that F.A.W.B won her match. Kickin won his match. Who was it? Blue should have won his match.
Blue definitely should have won that match.
Yeah,
they
do this crowd vote where
I know
they ask people that just walk up and they're like sometimes don't even catch the whole fight, and it's not really, in my opinion, a good way of judging a fight. But I definitely think that the Blue should have won that fight. We had Crazy Legs fought a really tough match against
Wing C.
I mean, Wing C, what can I say, man? He's good.
Very good. Yeah.
Like I can't, Crazy's good too, but you know, Wing C just kind of had him like dialed in the first round. And yeah, Kickin looked great. F.A.W.B looked great. We had Soul fought.
Yep.
Here's the thing about this is Soul fought a guy that was kind of like we had a matchup for him that was, I felt like it was fair, but they changed it up at the last second and were like, no, we're gonna let you fight this other guy. And the other guy was probably like 150.
Yeah, that's like a good 30-35 pounds heavier even.
Yeah, and the guy ended up landing a clean punch in like the 3rd round and knocking him down. So, I mean, I get why they definitely gave him the match, but like ahead of time, this dude came up to me, his buddy, for the fighter, and was like, "Oh man, he's a champion. This isn't even a fair fight," and all that stuff. And I'm just like, I didn't say anything to guy, but you know. And then when the fight happened the way it did, he didn't come up to me and say, "Hey, sorry about that, man. You know, whatever." No, I was kind of like, if we're gonna let the fight happen, just let it happen. Don't complain about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what? Regardless, everybody had a good time. We all went out there, had a great time, a lot of camaraderie. You know,
And
we brought our nurses out there because they don't have a medical staff out at that yard, so or anybody medically qualified. So we, you know, Dennis and Bree both came out, made sure the fighters stayed safe. Friday Night Fades came out. They were supposed to be there on fight day, but they didn't make it till later. They did train with us the day before. The documentary crew was out there, followed us around everything. So that's going to be in the documentary as well. Despite everything that happened that we'll talk about more on the next episode, I'm still thankful for that whole experience, you know?
Yeah. And another big, huge shout out to Dennis and Bree, who also volunteer their time every month over at the Scrapyard. They're very dedicated nurses and contribute quite a bit. So for them to make that trip out there with you guys just to, you know, keep an eye on our competitors and donate their time and their skill set to look out for, you know, the Scrapyard guys. Again, guys, that's just another one of the things the Scrapyard provides. They really fit that mold of like, we're here to help you guys, we're here to build you guys up, we want to support you guys, and they're leading examples of that. So thank you guys for your help.
My nephew Mel J, he came out, he helped a lot. Timekeeper came out. You know, like we forked over a lot of cash getting out there and given their branch a lot of, you know, good quality fights and everything. But
I'm proud of all the competitors that competed up there in Virginia outside of that one who gave up, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that really quick.
Outside of that dude who just quit.
Look, we had somebody that used to be involved with the Scrapyard. I ain't gonna put their name out there. I don't really care, whatever. But we supported him. We considered him part of our Scrapyard family, and we consider anybody part of the Scrapyard family that comes out to the Scrapyard. We don't like push people away. We like to embrace people and let them come in and let them be part of it. And this guy's been out here like a lot of times. He's had some tough matchups, you know, some tough losses over the years. He actually picked up his first win ever at the Scrapyard. I hung out with dude in Vegas, like, but the thing is, he fought death sentence, and I know they had a beef going on, but that's what you settle the beef for.
Right.
You get in the cage, and I wasn't on anybody's side. I was neutral. I wanted to try to bring the two together afterwards, be peacekeeper. And I go up to dude and I'm like, hey, look, death sentence is willing to, well, actually first I went up to death sentence. I was like, hey man, you know, it's over. What would you say about shaking your opponent's hand? And he's like, you know, first he's like, you know, blah, 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 but then he's like, you know what? If he's willing to shake my hand and not rub it in my face about, you know, not winning or whatever, not really winning, then I'll shake his hand. I'm like, okay, we got something here. I went over to other dude. I explained to him what was going on, and he said, okay, yeah, I'll shake his hand. We go, and I go, okay, well, just don't bring up that you should have won that fight because the fight's over with. We're not doing
Yeah,
that.
it's over.
He's like, yeah, okay. What is the first thing he does when we walk over there?
I saw the video.
You know, you didn't really win that fight. And I'm just like, we just talked about this. Like, all you had to do was be an adult and shake his hand. You don't have to like dude, nothing. I mean, it was embarrassing to me. Like, me going over and bringing them together. The one guy that's been very vocal is willing to shake his hand, but he's going to act, the other dude's going to act like an absolute little child and throw a tantrum and like basically like try to fight him outside the cage, trying to get a fight started outside the cage. I'm just like, man, like you just told me you were cool with shaking his hand and now I look like an ass.
Right. And not just you, but in it represents all of us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We showed up as a group. Like if you go to a party with some of your friends and one of your friends acts out, it's on you too. And that's kind of like what I feel like that individual did, is he kind of threw you under the bus right there. Especially, we know we got cameras going. We think this is going to be like a positive thing. Like,
Yep.
yeah, we have beef. The message is we squash beefs out here. And then he turns around and like selfishly I feel like just wanted more attention. Just wants
Yeah,
more
like
clout.
take a couple more gouges at him
Yeah.
to try to get more camera time or something. And it was like, God. And so like honestly, like I didn't really talk to dude too much after that. And he started hanging out with the other group that whatever, and the group that he said so much bad stuff about. That's the weird thing, is that people that like are cool with us and they talk so much crap about like the other group, and then now all of a sudden something doesn't go their way or they don't like something, they go to them, and now all of a sudden that's their best friend, even though they said so much bad stuff about them and we supported them. I just don't get it. They say the grass is always greener over the septic tank, and I believe that. We had another fighter at that event that was starting a problem with another person, but refused to settle it in the cage. And they actually had to be like drug into the cage and told to by the head honcho, like, like you guys either fucking settle this now or that, you guys
It
get the hell
ends.
out of here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hate it when people talk and then don't want to settle something. They're just gonna talk and talk and talk and not willing to get in there and settle the problem.
It is a
But
very frustrating trait that
it
some
is
individuals have. I agree with you. It's one of the worst traits I find, especially in the atmosphere that we're in. We're in
solving beefs.
yeah, this is what we're here to do. So
Like
if you have that
if you have
issue,
a beef
yeah.
and you're not willing to solve it in the scrapyard cage or whatever, then like what's up? Like that's weird to me that you would come out here, be part of what we do, and then just be like, oh, I don't want to solve the beef. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're just supposed to let you just keep yapping and whatever. But anyway, overall, great experience.
Overall, really great experience. I mean, you got to bond with some of the guys. They got to go on the trip. Some of them, I feel like a lot of the guys talked about the trip and they all had really positive things to say about it. So regardless of those little two small things that happen, like you said, overall great trip. Which led us to the events, when we had a awesome event that month too.
Yeah, we had QP and Mr. Gilchrist fought in May. Not each other, but they fought in May. What are some other noteworthy matchups that we had that month?
We had QP actually competed against a Baylor BBC in a boxing match. And Baylor's a 170 MMA champ. He stepped in there against QP, did a boxing match. That was a fantastic match. Both those guys went toe to toe and started banging with each other right from the get go. So that was a great match to see. We saw the 205 champ Flex versus Black Panther that month, which was an awesome match. It was great seeing Flex in there defending his title. We also saw Loco. He made his appearance for Loco. He's another one of those competitors that maybe he got a little bit overlooked this year. He's been pretty active. I would say he's definitely a honorable mention for the nominees. He's been putting in a lot of work. Just started this year and he's made quite the splash. So he fought that month. We had Gilchrist versus Battle Wolf. Gilchrist putting on a display. We also had what was it? Bang Muay Thai join us that month. And it was the first time for Bang Muay Thai to come out there. They're a gym that's owned by James Gamet over here, I believe, near me in Vancouver.
Yes, and also he runs 10th Planet too, right?
10th Planet, yes. I think he either owns the Bang Muay Thai and is part of 10th Planet. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, James. I know we talked about this in the past, but he had a couple fighters come out that were really impressive. Most notably is Vasia. Is that the name? The big kid.
Yeah.
Is it
From
Vasia?
Ukraine. Yeah.
Yes, that kid's a little beast, 225 pounds, young, athletic. He hits super hard. He had a match against Julian. Julian, shout out to Julian, man. He's always shown us so much heart in his matches. I know I haven't seen him in a couple months. He's taken a couple hard lessons, but I hope that we see him in 2026. Julian, if you're listening, stop into the gym. Let's get some training, bro. We also had Buddy V versus Spaghettio, and that was nice to see Buddy V out there and take a match. I believe that was his birthday month. Spaghettios, he's also part of that Muay Thai and 10th Planet crew. So, yeah, it was great seeing them out there. Those are really notable matches to check out during the May event.
All right, rounding it off with the first half of the year.
We got one more. Yeah, one more month.
Now, June, I'm just going to say this. June was a month that everybody was like, I'm going to wait till July because that's the anniversary. And that's the event we're going to kick off with on the next episode of Kicking It with Chicken and Nate. But June, Lights Out did fight in June. Shoot, we were pretty well into our pay-per-view setup. Like, we were doing that. We had a pretty good intro. We had people coming around, helping out. I'm not sure when Juggalo J and Unemployed Rapper started coming out, but I want to say it was probably around that time.
It might have been that month or the anniversary. I'm not 100% sure that on that one either.
Yeah.
I do know this. June, I believe it was June, was the month that we started this podcast right here. So we were amping up.
Yeah, we started as having a co-ran, like, more dedicated podcast, and it's more structured now. It's sort of a mix between scrap talk and Kicking It with Chicken, but yes, so we do this now, and hey, we've been successfully doing this now for almost 6 months, and
yeah, man, it's crazy to hear that. I mean, time has flown. Jeez. And we've had some pretty notable guests on too. I'm sure we'll get into that probably next episode. But yeah, start of the podcast, I know we were kind of amping it up to really kind of push the anniversary event because we knew it was going to be a historic event. So we wanted to, start getting the guests on. I think we had Death Sentence, Wing C, Samoan Beast on, on our early episodes to really help hype the anniversary event. So yeah, man, it's been quite the journey so far, and we're on episode 17 now, and we got about 100,000 more to go before we can become Joe Rogan famous. I'm sure
we're on episode 117. Kicking It with Chicken's actually been going on since 2020.
Man.
It just hasn't always been very structured. It's a lot of new things added, so it's just
it's been a historic year, man. And I think that's why we had to break this up into 2-part episode, is because the Scrapyard has evolved tremendously in this 2025 season, and it's kind of setting the stage for all the huge things to come in 2026. Like you said, there's some things that you didn't really want to get into right now, which is understandable, but I can tell you this, guys, it's huge. There's some really big opportunities on the way for independent fighters out there or teams. Also, some really great advertisement for promoters or sponsors. So, yeah, hit us up, guys.
Ice. I'm just eating ice. Yes, hit us up. Be part of the Scrapyard. Join the Facebook group. Hey, if you want to fight, that's great. If not, it's always great to have the support. So, shoot, man. So that's
I got some notable matches real quick for
notable
June.
matches.
Yeah, some notable matches. We had Loco versus Baylor BBC, which was an awesome MMA match. Be sure to check that one out. We had the arrival of the freaking brick house himself, Alani. It was his first time in the yard. He fought against Riggs. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure we'll go over it on the next episode. The 2-versus-1, Lonnie versus Solo and Pappas. That broke the internet this year. So it was Alani's appearance back in June. I had my buddy Buffalo Joe come out. That was kind of like a personal one for me. Buffalo Joe was out there against the composer. We had Lights Out fight against Dexus again. So if you really want to see where Lights Out started to where he's at now, check out those two matches. We had the Real Lion. He stepped in the cage. I can't remember. I think it was we filmed it, but it was after the event. He kind of did that little, what was it, exhibition match with that taller kid. I forgot his name, but it was nice to see him back in the ring. It was his first time back in the ring in like 6 months or something like that. Like he's been working out and stuff like that to get back out there. So it was really nice seeing him. It was the first time Joanna Witt came out. She fought against BG, and she's been coming through the Scrapyard, and she's been a pretty advocate supporter of the Scrapyard. She was in that most notably in that 5-versus-1 match against Freddie, against Frankie. Against Frankie. Let's see, what else did we have? We had John Eds versus Reddy Robb, and Reddy Robb also another one of these Scrapyard competitors that may have been overlooked this year a little bit, but he's definitely a runner-up for nominee. Reddy Robb's been pretty active this year, and he's made quite a lot of improvement again from where he started to where he is now. The Scrapyard provides, man, and Reddy Robb's one of those guys that took advantage of the fact that, hey, there are individuals here that are looking for training partners that are willing to come and train with you. So yeah, Reddy Robb's a good one. And JJ versus Black Panthers, another really good match that happened during that June event.
So real quick, Black Panther was actually one of the pre-runners up to Fighters of the Year as well. Fighter of the Year as well. So just remember that, guys. Black Panther, he's put in a lot of time this year as well. Definitely qualifies.
And he always has a great message. I always love the message Black Panther brings prior to his matches. He's always, doing positive things. So it's great. Let's see here. Yeah. And that would wrap up the first 6 months. We've had some sponsors come through that have kind of like came through and dropped off. We've had some relationships not really work out. I mean, that's just kind of the name of the business, guys. That's how some things go. Sometimes those breakups are tough, but they're necessary decisions. And I feel like the Scrapyard has made all the necessary decisions it's needed to do this year to really elevate where we're at and where we're going. So
hey, some things are just meant to be, and they're for the better. So I feel like we've only excelled since that whole thing happened. But man, I'm excited to talk about in the next episode. I mean, we got the Frankie thing, we got I Show Speed, we got Mighty Mouse, we got Death Sentence, we got Wing C, Fred Bayer, we got Zach Ray again, Chiseled Adonis, the anniversary event, the Halloween event, and then we're also going to have the December event too. That's another thing, people. We can't talk about the December event yet because it hasn't happened. It's happening on the 20th. If you want to watch it live, just go to our YouTube channel, become a member, hit the member button, and it's $4.99, but you get to watch the live pay-per-view and see all these fights in real time.
And if you got it, send me the link. Hit me up, guys. Watch party.
Yep. Watch party. We'll also on the next podcast have the decision of Fighter of the Year. So we'll keep that in mind. No, Andre, not that Mighty Mouse. We don't talk about that Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about Demetrius Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
the only Mighty Mouse, the GOAT.
The goat for
The
sure.
GOAT,
The
yeah.
goat that made his presence out in the yard. That man, I can't wait for
I
this
still
next
can't believe
episode,
that,
man.
like,
Oh my goodness. If you thought the beginning of the year was already kind of like heading towards that historic sort of like, wow, this is a year where things are really gonna blow up. The second half of this year just really kind of like solidifies that. That's when we started getting like those really big influencers, really big celebrities starting to come through the yard. The documentary is almost all finished up. So many things, like you said, man. We've had guys turn pro this year.
we'll
That
talk
have,
about that on the next one for
yeah.
sure. Hey, we had somebody ask, Derry said, when is the next podcast? Do we have the date for that one?
I believe it is going to be on the 28th. Let me
Okay.
double check that real quick. Let's see here. So we have the event happening on the 20th. And then, yes, the week after
28th.
that would be the 28th of December, will be the part 2 of the, Kicking It with Chicken and Nate's end of the year podcast.
Hey, put it on your calendars on your phones, guys, because if you watch this one, you're going to want to watch that one. You're going to want to find out what happened in the second part of the year.
Mhm.
We're going to talk a lot. We're going to talk a lot about some spicy stuff that, we haven't really touched on, and we might go into a little bit more detail now that everything's cleared and, everything's kind of, the dust is settled. So
Mhm.
we can kind of just reminisce over what went wrong, whatever. But hey, it's always great to tune in, right?
I agree with you, man. I mean, this is the number one podcast in all the Northwest, guys. Soon to be the number one podcast in all the whole world. So be
Yes.
sure to subscribe and tune in, y'all. We love the engagement. We love the support. Yeah, man. This is just kind of a little small behind the scenes of what all the Scrapyard has to offer. It's not just the training and the fighting and all that. Like we have a lot of individuals that they have a lot of personal background stories and stuff like that they'd like to share, and I for one love hearing it. So
Yes.
stuff.
The Scrapyard, to answer Andre's question, is based in Washington State near Seattle, a little ways away from Seattle, but that's the most known, I think. It's worth the trip. I'll tell you, we get people coming out here every single month from every single state you can think of. It's
Other
especially
countries.
other countries, especially if you're far away. Like, it's so worth the trip for the experience. And yes, I don't know how we got the match with Death Sentence Sanction. He could kill a man with his bare
Mhm.
hands. It just a thought, we had
Mhm.
we had to make sure that he was only using 1% of his power when he fought. So
Mhm.
hopefully we get a chance to see Death Sentence fight back in here. We would really like to see Wing C fight back here as well. We're looking for an opponent for Wing C. So if somebody's up for that challenge and has the credentials and is around 145, hey, hit us up.
Yes, indeed. Hit us up, guys. That'll be exciting to have them both back out.
All right, man. Long episode tonight, but
Whew.
geez. The next one, we're not going to be doing we're going to announce fighter of the year, but we're not going to be doing the same thing with having them come on and all that. So at least not all of them. So you know what? It won't be as long of an episode, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and it's been great. Nate, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, quick shout outs. As always, big shout out to the Red Fox, love of my life. Thank you for putting up with all my BS. Another big shout out to Columbia River Jiu Jitsu and the Reptilian Top Team. If anyone out there would like to come train with me, I'll be there. What's today? Today's Sunday. I'll be there on Wednesday at 5 p.m. That'll be the next time I'm in. So stop in, get some training in with me. Couple shout outs to some of the former Scrapyard competitors that have came through and trained with me over the last couple weeks. Big shout outs to Man, True Grit, two guys that came from Seattle to come train with us last Friday, and a huge monster, big Juggalo J shout out to, of course, Juggalo J and the Unemployed Rapper for stopping in Friday night for Friday Night Free for All. We got to get in some nice, we got in some nice rounds. I got to spar with both of them, got to roll with both of them. Yeah, man, it was awesome. And you know, we love that.
I didn't even know this. Like,
yeah, no, they just hit me up and they're like, "Hey, man, can we come through? We'd love to get some training in." They did a little interview with Santavo. They talked to some of the competitors, with some of the guys there, and
they're interviewing my mortal enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's another reason to tune in. I'm going against Santavo at the pay-per-view next event, December 20th. So tune in, get that early. It's not early access, it's pay-per-view level. Membership section of the YouTube channel. Yes. I got to put out there, guys, we don't gatekeep like our fights. They do come out eventually free for the public, but if you want to see them live, that's where you see it. Anybody else?
Boom. That might be one more last thing. Again, a reminder, guys, if you get the pay-per-view, okay, get the pay-per-view, hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you a link to the StreamYard. We can have up to like 10 or 12 individuals on at one time. I'll have the laptop out. I'll be sitting there eating my popcorn, screaming and yelling. So if you'd like to check that out, get at me, be a part of it. All right.
Sorry, I had to yell at my cat. Scratching over there. Now it's yelling at me.
So hurry up. Give the shout outs. Give the shout outs.
All right. Shout out to everybody that comes out, helps out, supports at the Scrapyard, the whole event staff team. You guys are awesome. I can't say it enough. Shout out to the family, you know, Mandy Bear, the kids, everybody that helps out individually that's here at the place with the events. Shout to the fighters for going out there and stepping in that ring, you know, regardless of what people say online. You guys are awesome for doing it. And then lastly, shout out to the fans and even you haters. I know that there's people watching right now that are haters, but we're gonna keep succeeding, and I mean, you can either jump on the train or get left behind. So
yeah, watch it go by, and that's fine too, guys. Yeah, it's not slowing it down, and that's just going to be the theme for all of 2026 too. Like, we're not slowing down. This is only growing and getting better. I forgot, I have one more shout out to do. I told him I was going to do it. Big shout out to Turtle, man. Turtle competed this past weekend in his amateur boxing event. I saw the match. I thought he got robbed. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. Turtle, from me, after watching your match, I can say this right now. I think you got robbed. I think you had that match. Sometimes things, when you're at some event, judges, you never know what they're going to see or call. It is what it is, bro. But yeah, fantastic job.
Turtle's a fighter I'm very proud of that started out with the Scrapyard, that has done a number of matches out here, and he's striving to take it to the next level. And I'm happy to see him, you know, heading in that direction. Also shout out to Hummingbird. He hit me up today. He's going to be fighting February, I think 6th at the, I think it's Emerald Queen or WFC. So it's on a Friday too, which maybe I can make happen. Saturdays are like out for me right now, but Friday I might be able to make work. But yeah. So all right, we got all that out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Nate. You know, it's been a great episode. So
appreciate you too, brother.
Until next time, make sure you guys tune into the watch party, and we'll see you on the next episode of Kicking It with Chicken and Nate.
Later, guys.
Later.